Hey guys, welcome back to the Network Podcast. I'm going in today, just like I always do. But today we covering a major case, a major thing that's going in. You already know what time it is, the Network Podcast, where we break down the biggest news in culture, music, business, and everything that's shaking the streets. And today we got to lock in on one of the craziest stories unfolding right now. Downfall of Sean Diddy Combs. Yeah, Mr. Bad Boy himself, the mogul, the icon, the billionaire, the playboy. But now, it looks like the walls are closing in.
Palm trees, cats named Pablo and milked out Diablo. The williest, just to be the silliest. The more I smoke, the smaller the silly gets. Room 112, where the players dwell, and stash more cash than Bert Fidel. Inhale, make you feel good like Tony. Pick up in your middle like Moni. Yeah. She don't know me, but she's setting up the money. Yeah. Try to style sliding off with a homie. Yeah. Escada Dangada, player, stay splurging. Game so tight, they call it version.
Oh, I need to know where we stand. Do we share our love? I know I do. What about you? I just can't get enough of this time.
Oh my God. We back on the Network Podcast. We back in full effect. And today I got some heavy news. Heavy news for you. Let's get the scene straight. How about we set this scene? Because this is an important topic I want to talk about. Let's set this shit up. Let's talk about it. You guys know Sean Diddy Combs. He's built an empire, a huge empire over the past couple decades. Music, fashion, Ciroc, Revolt. He was untouchable, but lately the shine is cracking. Allegations, lawsuits, federal investigations, raids, the internet exploding with old clips and wild stories. It's all stacking up right now. It's all stacking up. We've seen houses raided, lawsuits drop, heavy with disturbing claims, and former associates even speaking out. Now here's the wild part. Clips from years ago are resurfacing, making people question just how long the industry might have just been looking the other way. How long have they been looking the other way in the industry? I want to get into some clips. I want you guys to, let's get into this stuff, my man, with Diddy, man. I really want to wake it up, man.
In March.
Sean Combs' luxury mansions across the country raided by Homeland Security agents, and two of his kids put in handcuffs for a brief time.
Stemming from a civil suit filed by his ex-girlfriend who accused him of systematic abuse and control for over 10 years, the feds took 6 months to build up enough of a case, then put him in jail and denied him bail completely, leaving him stuck behind bars at least until his trial begins in May of 2025. In many cases, this would be the place to say that the charges came out of nowhere, or that there was some kind of conspiracy underway to bring someone down. But with Diddy, unfortunately for him, that wasn't the case at all. While nothing had ever been confirmed until now, rumors about Diddy had been going around for years.
The Lamborghini for a day or two, and he got access to the house, and he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
People had been telling stories about his ruthless, intimidating business tactics, egotistical personality.
I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Financial mistreatment of artists, and bizarre public relationships since the 2000s. But whispers don't carry a lot of weight, and Diddy's business career continued on uninterrupted. He even became one of hip-hop's first billionaires in 2022, just a year before the allegation that would lead to his arrest was published. And now, with countless detailed and believable lawsuits flying in, the magnitude of Diddy's evil just got bigger and bigger, to the point where he no longer looks like a music executive with a dark secret, but a full-on psychopath who built the facade of an empire to cover up his pathological evil, from assault to threats of killing and even bombings against his rivals. And the questions ask themselves, what kind of a monster do you have to be to end up so evil? How many people turned a blind eye and allowed him to do what he was doing while he offered gifts, connections, and donations, building up a persona as a glamorous member of the Hollywood elite over many years while he essentially tortured people behind the scenes? And who else is out there masking their evil behind smiles and luxury? Not monsters in the shadows, but instead evil, despicable people standing in the spotlight. night. But most of all, how is a person like this created? Who is Diddy, and how did he end up as one of the most evil public figures in modern history? On a dark, freezing night in January of 1972, a man named
Social media has turned into the courtroom, pulling up every video, Diddy dancing with artists, awkward interviews, awkward things, and it's just making it even like worse than it needs to be. You know what I mean? Like very, very worse than it needs to be. Crazy viral soundbites. The people are saying this, and it's just the allegations anymore. It's not just that. This might be the start of a real empire collapsing. Now, I'm not here to tell you what's true and what's not. That's for the courts to decide. But we'll watch it unfold. One thing's clear and one thing's powerful. Dynamic in hip-hop is shifting. Artists who once stayed quiet are starting to talk. And the fans are demanding accountability. Think about it. Diddy was the kingpin of an era. Every party, every deal, every stage, he had his hand in it. But when the smoke clears, we might have been watching the biggest fall from the greats in hip-hop history. On this podcast, we're going to break it all down. The lawsuits, the hidden stories, the people coming forward, the industry reaction, and the most importantly, how this changes the culture moving forward. This isn't just a Diddy story, this is a culture story. When a mogul falls, the ripple effect hits everybody. Listen, this is episode 1 of our series on the downfall of Diddy. Stay tapped in with me because every week we're going to be bringing you some updates and maybe every day, viral moments and the truth behind the headlines. Make sure you hit that follow button, share this with your people, and lock in. This is the Network Podcast. And I'm your host, Stackpack. I'll see you guys on the next one.